Liverpool chats TV. Jamie's back again. Live stream on the screen. What's happening? Paper talk flying round. Names in every bar. 1 minute it's a rumor, next it's gone too far. Who you got? Who's it gonna be? Left side pace or wallet free? Keep it coming, don't shut it down. Type in your shout, we're running it round. Liverpool chats TV. Say it loud with me. Liverpool chats TV. Breaking news, we'll see. Winger in, defender in. Who will it be? Liverpool chats TV. We'll hear it here, believe. Jamie's on the mic, checking every page. Quotes and little whispers, filling up the gauge. One source says maybe, one says not a chance. We're all sat here waiting for the next big glance. Yellow paper, red paper, names across the line. Every chat's a headline when the hour is live. Keep it coming, don't slow it down. Type in your guess, let it come round. Oh, Liverpool chats TV. Say it loud with me. Liverpool chats TV. Breaking news, we'll see. Winger in, defender in. Who will it be? Liverpool chats TV. We'll hear it here, believe. Lights on, eyes on the threat. Every little update rolling ahead. Talk of a winger, talk of a wall. One big signing or nothing at all. Liverpool chats TV. Say it loud with me. Liverpool chats TV. Breaking news, we'll see. Winger in, defender in. Who will it be? Liverpool chats TV. We'll hear it here, believe.
خلاص 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 كل شيء.
Now I'm panicking.
Don't panic.
No, I am, because I'm going to lose my job.
But was you panicking?
There's been another fuck up.
Agora sim o Hexa pro Brasil vai vir. Nosso menino Neu está bem preparado e é impossível ele cair. É campeão o Brasil.
Yo guys, big up everyone. How's we all doing? Hope we're all doing well. Look, the weather is actually a lot cooler now, so yeah, hope we're all doing a lot better. This is going to be a weird kind of video, guys, because it's fucking boring. And guys, I'm going to be honest with everyone right now. I'm bored out of my fucking skull. I ain't going to lie. I'm not into this World Cup at all. I just find it very boring, lack of quality, lack of excitement. I just find it quite shit, to be absolutely fair. There's no Liverpool news to talk about, but we're going to talk about it anyway and have fun with it. It's no real fucking football news, full stop. You know, it's just dog shit. And yeah, you know, I thought I'd bring it to you. Be out kind, chat. Be out kind of Be up Bex. Be up Paul. Hope you're all doing well. Helsinki in the chat. Drudon. What else we got here? Clive. Captain Sal. Walk Alone. Case Diaries as well. Big up my man. Hope you're doing well. Big up AI as well. Yeah, big up chat. Hope you're all doing good. Hope everyone's doing well. Big up Brian Jonesy in the chat as well. Yeah, AI. Civil football is boring too. Yeah, kind of laugh my head off if we only saw Munoz and Diamande. Oh man, look, I'm gonna get the transfers, but don't worry about that. I'm waiting for something to happen. Obviously, this World Cup is in the way now, and we have to watch this tedious bollocks till the middle of July. Then we get fucking rid of it. Guys, it might just be me, yeah. It might just be me. I can't get into this World Cup at all. And it's not even the times now. 11 p.m. I'm up at them times anyway. I don't fucking sleep. So I'm basically up 24 hours a day. The England game yesterday. My God. The lack of quality, man. Oh, it's just shit. And then I've got Ronaldo fans crying online that Messi's got an easier route to the World Cup. This is what it is now. This is football content, guys. This is all the football content we got this summer. Yeah? Ronaldo fans crying that Messi's apparently got an easier route towards the World Cup final than Portugal. Here's one thing maybe with that is that Argentina won all their games and Portugal only beat Uzbekistan. Yeah, maybe that's the issue. But that's all we got to talk about. That's all it is, man. It's all it is. It's shit. Nothing has proved to me more than this World Cup that there's such a lack of quality in football today. There's no quality in football today at all. The football quality is dead. Now, I might be an old man, but maybe it's just nostalgia. But I remember football back in the day being a lot more exciting than it is now. Even 10, 15 years ago, I don't even have to go that far back. 10 or 15 years ago, football was more exciting than this. Everyone's scared to score goals, man. Everyone's scared to score goals. Everyone defends. It's like Defence FC. Everyone, low block City. I'm sick of it, man. Give me entertaining games. Or at least France are giving me some entertainment because they're scoring goals for fun. But that's France, man. Give me some entertainment. Everyone's defensive. England are defensive. Everyone. Even Spain are quite defensive. Everyone's this low black corner FC. It's set piece World Cup. That's what this World Cup is. It's literally the set piece World Cup. I guarantee you someone wins the World Cup from a set piece. The World Cup final will be... Someone will win the World Cup final on a set piece. Here's the thing now. I think England win the World Cup. I think England are going to bore their way to a World Cup final. I think England are going to win the World Cup. I really do. I've watched all the games mostly, yeah? Right? England is the only country where the fans of this country are pissed off when England draw a game. Spain and all that are drawn games and their fans don't care. They're like, yeah, we'll win the next one. It don't matter. I don't think, apart from France and Messi as a country, that's basic. Argentina are shit. It's Messi, right? Forget everything else about Argentina. That team is cack. The best, it's Messi FC. That's basically what it could be called. Argentina as a country should be renamed Messi Land. That's just what it should be called now. I actually paused on that. I don't think you could call it Messi Land, could you? Because that sounds wrong. But yeah, United, I don't know, the Republic of Messi or something like, because it's shit. Absolute shit, man. Absolute garbage. It's so bad. It's just so bad. And just, I look at it and think, you know what? The way England play, they're set up to play bigger teams, ain't they? They're counter-attacking. It's what Tuchel wants to play. Tuchel plays counter-attacking football. That's his football. Sit a little bit deep, use quick wingers, get your clinical striker, and score on a counter attack. I think Liverpool. I think when England play the bigger sides in this World Cup, I think England will look a lot better. Saying that though, England's defence is shit. I'm sitting here in 2026, and the best we can do is Mark Gay and Konza. And I don't think they're bad centre backs by any stretch of the imagination, but that's how far English football has fallen, guys. Think of the great centre backs that English football have had over the decades. We have fallen so far off. It's so shit, man. Kwanzaa gets a World Cup game and gets himself fucking injured. His own fault. Bit out Kwanzaa, though. My defender should be a Liverpool fucking centre back right now. Start every week. Don't care what anyone says. It's my opinion. Get Kwanzaa back at Liverpool, man. He's a good defender. Yeah, he's better than what we got. Yeah, the 94 World Cup was great. Do you know about the 94 World Cup as well? I swear the 1994 World Cup was all daytime games. They're all daytime games. They had it on earlier. I don't remember games being so late in the 94 World Cup. Yeah, like, it's just the quality, man. Look, go back to that 1994 World Cup. Was it the Argentina Netherlands last 16 or quarter-final game? Look at the quality on that. Oh, man. Where's the quality gone? France have obviously got some players. Spain got some players. Mostly, Lamine Yamal. I just... England have got some quality. Germany, it's the most average-looking Germany side I've ever seen. I'm at an age where I grew up watching Germany usually win everything. I'm 44, so, I would have seen Germany win, a couple of World Cups, Euros and stuff like that. Germany, who used to be, apart from Spain and then France, they were the most dominant European side for a long time. And, you look at this German team now, it's lacking quality. Argentina is just messy, as I said. Brazil is the most European Brazilian team I've ever seen in my fucking life. Absolute shocking. Shocking. That's what I miss, man. Where's the quality in Brazil gone, man? Where's the quality in Brazil? That's it, Emil. That's what I'm saying. There's no real quality, man. That's why I think Kwanzaa's better than both, Emil, to be perfectly fair. To be truthful with you, Emil, I think Kwanzaa's better than both of them. I honestly do. I think he's got more potential in both of them as well. I just... I don't know. I can't... Not having Italy in World Cups as well. Do you know what I mean? Italy, not in World Cups because there's no quality in Italian football anymore. Just shit. Yeah, damn right, Connor. It's just cack. It really is. Really is. The smaller teams are showing. Look, the smaller teams are showing as well. You got some good African sides in there as well in this World Cup that are playing some decent football. But are they going to win World Cups? Probably not. They're showing that quite well. Respect to Congo and countries like that are putting up a showing. I've got respect for all that. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Am I just being an old fart here? Maybe so. Am I being an old fart here? Maybe. I just can't. I think the football is fucking terrible. Absolute shit. I think people have got very used to the quality of football of today's era and think a lot of what we see is good football. I think that's the issue. I think we've been sucked into a world of systematic football now that a lot of people see what they watch as good football. And, you know, what I can't see it. I really can't see it. You know, every league last year was crap as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just rubbish. It's just rubbish. And that goes into the transfer market as well. You know, you look at Elliot Anderson, yeah? Right? I like Elliot Anderson. I think Elliot Anderson is a decent footballer. But that's it. Just a decent footballer. He's not great or anything like that. He's just a decent, run-of-the-mill English midfielder, right? That's what he is. No one would be talking about football like this 15 years ago. No one would know about him because there was 100 players like Elliot Anderson 15 years ago that just played football like him. No one would be talking about him. No one would be singing his name. No one would be going, what a player or anything like that. Honestly, guys, Elliot Anderson is going to Manchester City for £116 million. 15, 20 years ago, there was 100 Elliot Andersons. Everywhere. Every team had an Elliot Anderson and no one talked about them because they were okay footballers. The okay footballers of today are looked on as great players because football is shit. Because it's such a systematic game now. You know what I mean? It's just fucking awful. You know, it's just. And I've got nothing wrong with it. As I said, I think Elliot Anderson is a decent footballer. 115 million. This transfer window is fucking broken. It's broken. Yeah, SN. Football's just broken, man. Look, obviously, there's got to be people. Joe Cole would be England's best player today. Exactly, Gang and Deep. Big up, man. Exactly. How much would Joe Cole be in this transfer market? Fuck me. How much would Damien Duff be in this transfer market? Do you know what I mean? These players that were looked upon 20 odd years ago as being okay, good players, really good players, technically good players. In today's market, they'd be considered world class at what they do. I'm telling you, players like Damien Duff and Brent. Big up Ends with the raid, man. Much love to Ends. You know, like, they'd be looked on as massive players now. Oh, it's Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is the most average footballer that has got the most PR I have ever seen. Yes, he scored a goal yesterday. He's very clutch. I've always said this about, yeah, Morgan Gams Pedersen would be 80 million in today's market, and there's no doubt about it. It's just, oh. But Jude Bellingham, look, Jude Bellingham's a good player, decent player. He's very clutch. I've always said that about Jude Bellingham. The one thing I always give him credit for, he's very, very clutch. He comes up at clutch moments. But there's nothing special about him. There is nothing special about the way he plays football that I've not seen a million times before from a lot of other players. You know, but the PR on him is huge. And he's £100 million player. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Then I've got Saka on the right-hand side. The way people talk about Saka, you would think he's like a Frank Ribery or a Robben or that class of winger. Saka 20 years ago would be playing for Bolton. He's that level of winger. He's not that great. You know, Anthony Gordon, as much as I like Anthony Gordon in today's market, in today's world, is not that great. What's the difference between Stuart Downing and Anthony Gordon? And I'm not even joking. Let's go back to Stuart Downing era, 10, 15 years ago. What is the difference between Stuart Downing and Anthony Gordon? What's the difference? It's the football of today. If Stuart Downing was playing in today's era, he'd be an £80 million winger. Because he can defend and press and put a ball in the box. You know, no, I mean, it's just... Big up Ins in the chat. I see you there, man. Big up for the raid. I just don't... Stuart Downing was decent, right? Stuart Downing, when he was at Aston Villa, he used to go past the player. He used to go past his fullback. People might not think it now because he weren't great at Liverpool, yeah? But he used to go past the fullback and put a ball in the box. What a winger used to do. He was decent at it, all right? He was good at it. He had good delivery. He'd be an £80 million player today. Anthony Gordon's going to Barcelona, guys. Let that sink in. He's going to Barcelona for 70 million quid. It's just... Maybe we need something in football. We need a revolution in football. We need something. No, 100 mil suspect. Big up Fozzie in the chat. I'll see you there, man. Big up Fozzie. Like Rashford. Rashford as a left winger, right? He's okay, right? I don't think he's anything special. I really don't. People bang on about him. He's the most kicker rush footballer I've ever seen in my life. He's just straight run. He runs in straight lines. Has anyone ever seen Rashford bend his run or anything like that, or take an angle or run on an angle? He's just a straight line runner. He kicks the ball past the fullback and runs. That's all he does. 80 million. It's the world of football now. It's the world of football now, man. Everything's shit, and you got to buy the best shit you can possibly can to compete with all the other shit. That's how I see it, guys. Honestly, literally how I see it. Michael Owen. Do you know, if Michael Owen was a 17 or 18-year-old striker today, he'd be the best striker in the world. Without a shadow of a doubt. Right? Without a shadow of a doubt, he'd be the best striker in the world. Everyone remembers 17-year-old, 18-year-old Michael Owen when he was at Liverpool, yeah? Right? Because people don't remember. Michael Owen was a well beater then, right? At 17 or 18. A 17 or 18-year-old Michael Owen in today's society, in today's life, where it's all about pace and kick and rush, he would be the best striker in the world without a doubt. Without a doubt. He'd be the best striker. Like, where's the quality gone, man? Where you got your Congo jersey ready? Where's the quality gone? Granit Xhaka, yeah. Apparently he's going to Chelsea. Oh, I think that's a decent bit of business. Imagine Sterling now. Yeah, Sterling was excellent. 17-year-old Sterling was very good. You know, Sterling. I keep saying this, right? Like a lot of people, we big up Rio. Yeah, I big up Rio. Right? I think Rio's a talent, and he is a talent. There's no doubt about it. But Sterling was a better footballer at him at the same age. Let's not beat around the bush here. Let's not pretend otherwise. Let's not do all this. Yeah, at the same age of 17 and 18, Raheem Sterling was a better footballer than what Rio is now. All right. There's no doubt about it. And that's not a diss to Rio. It's not a disrespect or anything like that. I think Rio's going to be fucking quality, right, in a few years to come, yeah? I think Rio's going to be top notch. Yeah, Sterling was out of this world, man. He was electric. People big up Declan Rice. This is the thing as well, and this is not me hating on Arsenal. For Arsenal fans come in my live chat or anything, I'm not hating on Arsenal. I'm just picking on players here that I don't think are that great, and people big them up to be something special. Declan Rice, yeah? Declan Rice is a decent footballer. He's a good footballer, and that's it. He's not world-class. He's not one of the best midfielders in the world or anything like that. He's just a good midfielder. He doesn't pass the ball forward. He passes the ball backwards and sideways, and he runs around a lot. Right? In today's world, in the world we live in today, watching football, guys, Declan Rice is regarded as one of the best midfielders on the planet. He's regarded as one of the best midfielders on the planet. What does Declan Rice do that's that great to be regarded as one of the best midfielders on the planet? Now, Arsenal fans will protect him, and rightly so, he's their footballer, yeah? But that is where I'm talking about the downgrade in the quality of football in 2026 to yesteryear. Declan Rice would not even be in a conversation about midfielders if he lived in the world of Gerrards, Lampards, Scholes and players like that. He'd be a Nicky Butt. He'd honestly be a Nicky Butt. That's what Declan Rice would be. He'd be a Nicky Butt. You know, the caliber, that's just English midfielders alone. That's not about the foreign players that played in the Premier League back then as well. That would be far better in him. Like Michael Essien. Michael Essien, you know, walks streets around someone like Declan Rice. You know, but like, do you know what I mean? Charlie Adam at Blackpool. I'm going to say it right now, yeah? People can fucking come at me all you want. Charlie Adams at Blackpool had a better one-off season than Declan Rice has ever had in the Premier League era. Now, call me a cunt, come at me. Arsenal fans, shoot me down. That season, Charlie Adams had at Blackpool when he got his Liverpool move. He had a better one-off season than Declan Rice has ever had in the Premier League as a central midfielder. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Go back and watch Charlie Adams this season with Blackpool. It was fucking out of this world. That's why he got his Liverpool move. That's why he got his Liverpool move. I think people might forget. People might forget how good Charlie Adams was in that Blackpool season, yeah? Papa Bubba Diop, yeah. He was lethal, Gangandeep. Lethal. Great little midfielder. But people might think I'm talking crap. Guys, go if you're old enough, yeah. If you're old enough, go back and try and remember Charlie Adam at Blackpool that season, yeah. He was fucking excellent. His long-range passing, his goals, his passing the ball, his ability to pass the ball forward and create opportunities. Do you know what I mean? Good player, man. Good player there. Jordan Henderson. Look, people used to laugh at Jordan Henderson. You remember when rivals used to take the piss out of Jordan Henderson? A lot of Liverpool fans didn't even rate Jordan Henderson. I did. Jordan Henderson was a very, very good midfielder. He just weren't anything stylish. But I'm being honest here, guys. Apart from set pieces, yeah? Apart from set pieces, what does Declan Rice do that is better than Jordan Henderson? Not including set pieces. I mean, in play, on the ball, anything like that. What does Declan Rice do that's much better than Jordan Henderson? And Jordan Henderson was never really that rated. Defend and tackling. I don't think... I think we forget how good Jordan Henderson was as a defender and a tackler. He might be a better ball striker. I'll give you that, Trudon, yeah. But Tom Hiddleston was a tremendous ball striker. Does anyone rate Tom Hiddleston? Is it Tom Huddleston? Huddleston. Do you remember, guys? Do you remember Tom Huddleston? He might have had the best ball strike in the Premier League at one time. he might have had the best ball striking in the Premier League. Did anyone want Tom Huddleston back then? You know, he went to Tottenham, if I remember rightly, and then he went to Watford, was it, or something like that? You know, Huddleston was known for his ball striking. Excellent ball striking. No one wanted him. Yeah, everyone remember Huddleston? He could strike a ball like nothing else, man. None, Brucey, none. No, Letizia. The quality of Letizia, and he always played for Southampton his whole career. What a player, man. Endo was a good passer of football. I think everyone forgets how good Henderson was, you know. Henderson could defend, he could tackle, he could pass. Yeah, he was a good player, Huddleston. He had an injury issue, though, didn't he? But he had a good first touch. He had a good ball striking. Yeah, that's it. Hull. That's it. Not Watford. He went to Hull. He was a good ball striker as well. Good first touch. Decent little player. Really was. But no one spoke about... Like, in today's world, do you know how rated Tom Huddleston would be in today's game with that first touch and ball striking? Everyone want him. Everyone want him in his team. Lallana would look like Messi now, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just... You know, there's loads of players like that. I don't mean just pick on Declan Rice, obviously, but there's loads of players like that. I just think football's in a period now where it's suffering a little bit, and I think they're suffering because it's a systematic game now, and there's too much money at stake, and I think that's stopping footballers becoming and having that independence they used to have. Because I get it, football's a results business, it always has been, but I do think there is some sense that you do have to entertain the public. You know, if the public are paying so much money to watch, there should be a thing of entertainment there as well as everything else. I haven't felt entertained by football in a long time. I've been serious here. You know, I think the sport is probably the more profitable the sport has ever been. You know, you look how much money FIFA make through World Cups. You look at the money UEFA make through the Champions League. You look at how much money the Premier League make through TV rights. You know, and other leagues are making now. Football as a sport has never been more commercial in its life. It makes so much money. And because of that money football makes today, I think we're losing the entertainment of football and the individualistic quality of players to be able to play with freedom. Because players are afraid of giving away the ball now. Everything's very safety. I miss players trying to make a 50-yard diagonal pass or trying to make a 30-yard pass through the middle of the pitch and making some risk on it. You know, a little bit risking it because, they might give it away. Players don't do that no more. They're scared of giving the ball away. They're scared of all that. And it's just not in England. It's everywhere. That's why you see it in the World Cup. Everyone's very defensive, don't want to give goals away. People are too worried about conceding 3. Teams used to be like, if we concede 3, we'll try and score 4. We'll have a big goal, you know, we'll have a go. We don't see it no more. Everyone is risk averse. That's what everyone is. They're all risk averse. That's what football's become. You still fortunately got it with your Messis. Your Messis will try something. Because who's going to tell Messi what to do? Do you know what I mean? No one's going to tell Messi what to do. So we've still got players like Messi, thank God. You know, we've still got players like Kylian Mbappe, thank God. We've still got them kind of players that will go to try something that will, you know, put the country on their back or the team on their back and attempt to win a game all on their own. Them players are there, but it's so far and few between. And that's what's happening with football. And we're losing our sport because of that. You know, we're losing our sport because of that. And there's nothing much. What can we do about it? Yeah, exactly. The PSG Bayern game. Why do you reckon everyone loved that game? Because both teams went, fuck it, let's go. Do you know what I mean? And we loved it. Yeah, and that's what then and what it is. Vinny Company and Luis Enrique, what are they all about? They're all about taking a risk. They're not here to get fucking 0-0s and sit back and try and win a game 1-0. They want to go and fucking entertain. They want a risk and they want to score lots of goals. What's the point of having the quality that Bayern Munich and PSG possess in their forward line and not fucking use it? So they go, like, let's go. We're not here for fucking 0-0s. We're here to go for it and entertain. Them managers would rather win a game 4-2 than 1-0. And so would I. I would rather it, guys. Oh, me personally, I'd rather win 4-2 every week than 1-0 every week. Just me. It's not for everyone. I get it. Some people like a different way of football. A lot of people like the more. Some people really like the tick-attacker style, patient football where it's more, you know, in that tactical area where you're winning games, maybe 1-0, 2-0, that sort of thing. I like a 4-2, man. I like a fucking, you know, I like it. I like a bit of risk in my game. Maybe it's just me, man. I know. He played nothing like him. But look, this brings me also to the Liverpool stuff, man. Yeah, give me goals. Look, yes, defences win your titles, yeah, but fuck me, goals win your matches. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, there's a reason forwards get paid more money than defenders and midfielders, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that matter. People might not like it, yeah. You can't win anything with 11 defenders, but you got more chance of winning stuff with 11 attackers. And it's as simple as that. But yeah, look, this is the purpose of this video today. There's not a lot to talk about, but I wanted to talk to you about stuff, guys. I wanted to let you know about how I personally feel about this World Cup. And at this moment, I think the World Cup's dog shit. Now, I've spoken to some people who actually really enjoying the World Cup, and more luck to them, more love to them. If you're enjoying the World Cup, you're enjoying the World Cup. For me, it's the most tenuous, boring, commercialised World Cup I've ever seen in my life. And that's what I think this World Cup is about. It's just money. When I watch this World Cup, all I'm thinking about, this is just commercialised. It's just a commercialised sport now to make money through advertisement. That's all the World Cup's become. And there's no entertainment. I get some here and there. France play. I enjoy watching Argentina play just for Messi, not the rest of the team. By the way, McAllister's still shit. All right? McAllister for Argentina has been shit. All right? I don't want to hear anyone say, oh, McAllister's looked better for Argentina. No, he's fucking not. He's looked dog shit. You know? In fact, Enzo Fernandez is better than McAllister. There you go. I've said it. I've fucking done it now, right? Okay? I'll put it out there. Come at me all you want. Enzo Fernandez has looked better than McAllister. He looked better than him last season. He's a better midfielder. Fuck it. Just can't be doing it. Huh? You know what I mean? Can't be doing it, man. Can't be doing it, man. It's just dire. He's so slow, man. He's so slow. I don't remember McAllister being this slow. I swear there was a bit more pep in McAllister's step. I don't know what's happened to Mac. I know everyone said he had that hernia issue. Yeah. Yeah, and right. It's been 14 months now. Is he still not over it? I mean, like, what are we waiting for, man? My dad had an hernia operation, went back to work the following week. What are we doing? Like, are we still on the McAllister hernia after 14 months? Yeah? Fuck me. I know people have hernia and just push it back in and go back to work. Do you know what I mean? What how long do we give him, man? It's world-class passer. Scraps, have you seen him ever make a world-class pass? Because I haven't. Yeah, it's a therapy day. It's guys, I haven't been doing a lot of content, as you guys know, right? Firstly, the reason I haven't been doing a lot of content on my channel is because there's not a lot to talk about. And obviously, we do the Vibe show every Thursday, which you guys absolutely fucking love. Big up to everyone watching the Vibe show this past Thursday as well. I know the World Cup is on, but we've got over 6,000 views on that. And the World Cup is on at the same time. So big up to you guys. You obviously really like that show. I've got some really nice comments about the Vibe show. It's a lot. Some comments are really nice, saying it's their favourite show now on YouTube. Full stop. In the football content community, so I really do appreciate that. We're trying to make it as fun as we possibly can. You know, it's a vibe. At the end of the day, you know, we talk football, we talk about other things. It's like it's a vibe. It's a great show, and I really love it. And I'm glad I brought it to YouTube. I really am. It's the place it should have been, man. Obviously, you know, we had it on Big Up at first, yeah, but I think that actually restricted it. And that's why I'm not on there full stop now. You know, I won't ever be on Big Up again. Yeah, it deserves to be on YouTube, man, and that's where it's going to stay. And guess what? Although we talk shit on that show, it never gets demonetized. So I don't know how I get away with it. I have no idea how we get away with it, but yeah, that Big Up show every Thursday does not get demonetized. It's actually my biggest financial show of the week. That show makes me money, yeah? So I don't know how we're doing it, but we're going to keep going because it's fun. We love it. Big up, Habib. You're funny, mate. First time watching. Big up. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, the Vibe show is just fun, man. It's a fun thing to do. It's because it's past the watershed. James got the hair perched up properly. Been and you know, it's the conditioner I use at the moment. It's just gone. Look at it. It's just gone. Look how bouncy it is. Look at this bounce on my hair at the moment. Look at this. Look at that. The conditioner's working nicely. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. The sun's getting to it as well. Yeah. 44, not going bald. Got thick, luscious hair. I know. A lot of people are jealous. Colton Palmer. Colton Palmer, man. Not even Colton Palmer would be good in even this football. Oh, Jamie, don't make Fozzie jealous. I am blessed. I'm blessed with the hair. Poor Fozzie, man. Big up Football Content Factory. Yeah, big up, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Jamie. Hope you and your daughter are doing well. Yeah, much love, man. Love content and honesty about the World Cup in general. Honest take. You'll never walk alone. Big up, my friend. Thank you very much. Ricketts over Gyökeres. Ricketts. Do you remember Ricketts? Did he play for Bolton, Trudon? Is it Bolton he played for? Am I got something like that, ain't it? Or Derby or something like that? Yeah. Oh, God. Right, the coffee bar's got to go. That's Iriola's first job, yeah? Middlesbrough, yeah. Middlesbrough. He did play at Bolton as well, didn't he? He did play at Bolton, yeah. And he played at Borough as well. Jamie like John Scales. John Scales. Do you know what John Scales is? Do you know what John Scales' nickname was? Does everyone remember what John Scales' nickname was? It was Teabag because he had a square face. Does everyone remember that? Because he had a square jaw, didn't he? So his nickname was Teabag. You don't want that as a nickname, do you? Pick up Starmer. You're not talking the Starmer stuff, man. Yeah. Yeah, John Scales was nicknamed Teabag. Jesus Christ. Bought from Wimbledon, didn't we? We bought some shit in the day, didn't we? Yeah, Teabag is not a good name to have now, isn't it? JJ Okocha, yeah. JJ Okocha and Julkayev at Bolton. Can you imagine? Ivan Campo, when he at Bolton as well. Oh, they are players. Big up Bolton, man. Sam Allardyce, when he was at Bolton, they had like Campo, Herrera, Julkayev, Okocha. Yeah, that's how good the Premier League was back in the day, guys. That's how good the Premier League was back in the day, man. Yeah, the coffee bar's got to go. There's no salary no more. We don't need a coffee bar. You know, we all know Salah's addicted to coffee. You know, he talks about it all the fucking time. He loved coffee. It can go now. We don't need a juice bar. We don't need Joe of the Juice inside AXA. Get rid. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want them to go back. Like, when they go back to pre-season training, I do not want to see that coffee bar as soon as the door opens and all chilling out at the coffee bar. I don't want to see it. It's not needed. Get rid of it. Why do they need a coffee fucking bar? Put a vending machine there. That's all you need. Just get 2 vending machines, yeah? One for drinks, one for snacks. And put them there. You don't need this Joe of the Juice coffee bar anymore, man. Get rid of it, man. Get rid of the coffee bar. Fabrice Hawkins, very reliable PSG getting Diamonde. Where's that news come up? Put a nail set on him. First thing in training will be the first thing James. I fucking hate that coffee bar, man. Oh God, I hate it. It does make us look soft. Who else has a fucking coffee bar? What's this about? Hang on, someone just WhatsApped. Hang on. Look, I've said there's been no Liverpool news, and we'll go out Liverpool news now, ain't we? This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. PSG are waiting for Yan Diamonde's decision before taking action. For the moment, they have not yet taken any concrete steps regarding the player. If Yan Diamonde prioritises at PSG, they will immediately move to action to try and close the deal. On the other hand, as long as the player has not made his choice, Paris will not ignite any official approach with Leipzig. The German club is also awaiting the player's decision. Liverpool also wants to sign a player, as an already made offer to Leipzig. This comes from Fabrice Hawkins, who is actually quite a good journalist in these matters. Look, this is the thing. This is the thing with it all. I think I personally feel like I don't know about you guys, but I personally feel like Leipzig want to sell to PSG and not Liverpool. It looks like I believe there's a friendship between the two owners or something like that. And it looks like to me, what I've been reading since this transfer story's been going for the last few weeks is that it sounds like PSG and Leipzig have got a good connection, they've got a friendship there or something between the two owners or the directors or something like that. And it looks like they want to sell to PSG. They don't want to sell to Liverpool. I think as well, I reckon they might sell to PSG cheaper than what we offer them, than what we put in. That would shock me. Be Scrap wants to move on from Monday now. No way, he's worth 120, 130. Do you know what, Scraps? If he decides, if Diamonde himself decides he wants to go to PSG, I bet you PSG get him for less than Liverpool offered. That's how it sounds to me. That's how it sounds to me. So, look, I like Diamonde. I think he's a good talent. Obviously, there's something special about him because Liverpool and PSG both want him. So they obviously see something very special there with him. Obviously, the money's a lot. But when you look at the other right wingers out there, look, Minter. Here's the issue Liverpool got. Guys, this is the issue we're going to have, guys, yeah? Here's the issue Liverpool going to have. All the teams now know we want a right winger. All the teams in Europe now know we just bid £87 million for Yan Diamonde 2 weeks ago. Right? So, say our alternative is Minter. Brighton will be sitting there going, whoa. You just bid £87 million for an unknown winger from Leipzig who's 19. Minter's got more experience and more well-known. We want 87 million. We know you got it. Liverpool have shot themselves in the foot here. Liverpool have shot themselves in the foot by making that first bid disclosed. It should be an undisclosed fee that Liverpool put in. Liverpool have no choice now but to stick with the Diamonde deal. They have to till they get told otherwise. Because they've made the world know that they put bids into him. So every team now knows is going to go like, oh, you want so-and-so? Here you go. We know you got the money. You tried to get Minter, Diamonde for 100 million euros. That's what Liverpool offered. Liverpool offered 100 million euros for Yan Diamonde that got turned down because they want 120 million euros. So Liverpool have got no choice but to carry on. Big up Dragon Wolf. It don't work that way, Jay. Sort of does, because I'll put it this way, Dragon Wolf. If you're a team, say you're Brighton, yeah, and you got Minter, right? But you know Liverpool are desperate for a right winger because Mo Salah's gone, and you know they've put on big money already for Yan Diamonde. They're not then going to give Liverpool Minter. Brighton are not going to let Minter then go for cheap because they can see what the transfer market's like, and they also know Liverpool got money to spend. So Minter might end up costing Liverpool 70 million quid. Is that 70 million quid well spent, or would it be better spent paying 130 million for Yan Diamonde? You know, Yan Diamonde is not a 130 million player. We all know he ain't. Is Minter a 70 million pound player? Because if Minter is a 70 million pound player in today's market, I would rather go and spend it on Yan Diamonde because I think he's a better footballer, personally. And he's got more upscale than what Minter has for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think Liverpool are sticking with the Diamonde thing, and that's why I think there's been no news, guys. Because Liverpool are literally waiting for Diamonde to get out the World Cup so they can activate more of the business. You know, who Ivory Coast got in the next game? I don't know. What I've seen of him, Scraps, yeah. I think Diamonde is better of what I've seen of him, to be fair. He's got a good right foot, left foot. He's got a better passer than Minter. He's a bit more explosive than Minter. And, you know, being 19, he's got more upside to Minter. Do you know what I mean? So, and you got Norway. So they could be going out to Norway. I'd say Norway go through in that game. So, you know, I think that's why there's no news, guys. I think that's why there's no news. Look, would I mind Minter? I'm going to surprise people right now. I'm not a big Minter fan, but I wouldn't mind him. I'm not. Well, look, guys, I'm going to put it like this, yeah. I watch a lot of Liverpool content, yeah. We all do. We all watch Liverpool content, and I've got great friends that do Liverpool content. We all don't agree with each other sometimes. That's fine, yeah. But I said this the other day. I don't think it matters who we go for as long as it works for us, if that makes sense. If that player works for Liverpool, I don't care if people go, well, would he get in the Man City team? Would he get in the Arsenal team? I couldn't give a shit. Because if it works for us, and we win things, what's it matter if he can't get in the City team or the Arsenal team? What does that honestly matter? That's what I've always said, man. I think we look at it too. I think as football fans, sometimes we look at things two-dimensionally. Like, oh, we got to get this player because this player would probably be able to walk in City's team. Like, they've gone for Elliot. City have gone for Elliot Anderson, yeah? Would Elliot Anderson get in Liverpool's midfield right now? I don't know. Because I don't know how Iriola's going to play next season. If Iriola gets the best out of Gravenberch and Szoboszlai carries on the form of this season, then no, he don't. But it hasn't stopped City spending £115 million on him. I think we get too. I think we get down too boggled down on players sometimes. Obviously, there's the elite level footballers out there that get in every team and make things work, yeah, like your Elises and stuff like that, right? Like we bought Wirtz, right? We bought Florian Wirtz for a lot of money, £116 million. We bought Florian Wirtz for, who is meant to be a creative demon, right? Coming from the German league, meant to be a creative demon that everyone wanted, yeah. Now, Ryan Cherki is undoubtedly a better footballer than Florian Wirtz, right? I don't think Cherki would have worked for Liverpool, but I think Wirtz would have worked for City. Was Wirtz a better number 10 than Gibbs White last season? No. Would Gibbs White actually be a better number 10 for Liverpool than Wirtz would be? You could argue, yeah. Now, that doesn't mean Gibbs White is a better footballer than Wirtz. It just means the system is more suited for that kind of footballer. It's what works for your team. And that's why this is why I don't get all caught up in the transfer stuff all the time. Like, you got to buy this player, you got to buy that player. We need this player, we need this player. I don't like, as long as they work for us, I don't care what his name is. I really don't give a shit anymore, man. I really don't give a shit anymore. You know, I think the way football's going right now, the way football is, I don't think there's any high-level, elite-level footballers at this moment in time. Don't think there's any. You know, apart from your Messis, your Ronaldos maybe, your Kanes, your Elises, your Mbappes. Everyone else is just pretty much, in my opinion. Yeah, I just get what works, man. Get good footballers in at work. And is Minter a world-class player? No, he's not. What if Minter actually works for Liverpool? Oh, bloody hell, Connor, no. Jesus. What if Minter actually works for Liverpool, guys, yeah? Let's do this. Let's do a bit of devil's advocate here. What if we go for Minter? Everyone's like, I can't believe we're buying fucking Minter. But then what if Minter actually works for us? What if it's actually a shrewd bit of business and a shrewd signing and Minter works? What if we get Kvaratskhelia from PSG, but he doesn't work because the physicality of the Premier League doesn't suit him? Because he is quite small. You know, and what he does in France, he can't do in the Premier League. And it don't benefit his game. We live in this weird time in football, guys, in the Premier League. And I'm only talking Premier League only here. I'm not talking about world football, yeah? I'm talking about Premier League only. Someone like a Krupi from Bournemouth could arguably be a better signing for Liverpool than Kvaratskhelia. But obviously Kvaratskhelia is a better footballer. Do you know what I'm trying to say, guys? You know what I'm trying to mean here? It's the style and the way the games are played in this league. You might not get the best out of these quality players playing over here at times. Yeah, Vitinha flopped at Wolves, and that is regarded as one of the best midfielders in the world. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to get at. Like, Minter might not be the option, yeah. If we went and bought Minter, I could see the crash out, yeah. But what if he actually plays well for us? Because he's quite a big, strong guy. He's quick. He's dynamic. He's energetic. You know, he can get past the fullback. He's a bit sporadic, a little bit, you know, hit and miss sometimes for Brighton. But what if he works for Liverpool? What if he just like works? I'm not saying he will, but then there's no proof that, you know, Kvaratskhelia works for Liverpool. There's zero proof. Look, Michael Elise was really good at Crystal Palace, yeah? He wasn't this good where he is at Bayern Munich right now for France. You know, he was good at, I'm not saying he was shit or anything like that, but he was decent, yeah? He was decent at Crystal Palace, got some good goals, good assists, and he was decent. He didn't catch the eye every week. You know, people will go and lie and say he did. He did not catch the eye every single week at Crystal Palace. In fact, more people spoke about Eze than they did about Elise when they were at Crystal Palace. Everyone said Eze might be the one. And now Elise is arguably the best right winger in the world apart from Lamine Yamal. In 2 years, what has it been, 2 years since he left Palace? And I think people have got to maybe start thinking about how Liverpool want to go forward next season as well. You know, we've had, for the last 8 years, goal-scoring wide players. And a lot of the time we've played with a false nine. All right? We are not playing like that anymore. We've got two strikers. We've got Alexander Isak, who we paid a British record for 125 million. And we got Ekitike. Now, hopefully Ekitike does come back well next year from his Achilles injury, and he can come back strong. And hopefully he hasn't lost a step, and he's still quality, yeah? So we've got two strikers there. We're going to have to play a different way. With a false nine, like Bobby Firmino in that time at Liverpool, we weren't teeing Bobby Firmino up to score the goals. Bobby Firmino was the one teeing up Mane and Salah to score the goals. And then Bobby got his share of goals when he needed them. But he weren't the focal point of our attack like that. Liverpool are going to change. Liverpool are changing. Liverpool spent all that money on a striker. If you're spending all that money on Alexander Isak, you've got to buy wide players to get the best out of Alexander Isak. I said it 12 months ago, and I always said it, and I always kept saying it. Salah and Isak wouldn't work. I tried to tell everyone they wouldn't work because they're all greedy. Cody Gakpo, Isak, and Salah are all selfish players. They're all selfish forwards. Yeah? Three selfish forwards can't play well together. You need players that have got a bit more unselfishness about them that can create opportunities for the more selfish striker. And that's where Liverpool got to move next season. That's how Liverpool got to move. You know, everyone wants, I don't like people get so stuck down about having two right wingers and two left wingers. I want four wingers that can all interchange. I want four wingers that can all interchange. That's what I want. I don't want nailed down two right wingers and two left wingers that can't play on either side. I think that limits our game. I think that makes us predictable again. I need some unpredictability in our attack. Look at PSG's attack. They can all play on each side. You see it in the Champions League. Kvaratskhelia sometimes is playing right wing and Dembele's off the left, or Doué's off the left and Dembele's through the middle, or Kvaratskhelia through the middle, Dembele's off the right and Barcola's off the left. It's all fluidness. Everything's fluid and moves. No one's got a settled position. No one's right. You've been bought for the right wing. You've been bought for the left wing. Mane and Salah are gone, guys. We've got to move on. We ain't going to find players like that again who's going to be inside forwards of that high quality. How many inside forwards like a Salah and Mane are available on the market right now? Not many. Not many at all. Elise's, you know, Dembele's, stuff like that. They're not available. They're not available. The money they cost would be ridiculous. Salah is a selfish player. You must be joking. Is that sarcasm? Of course, Salah's a selfish player. There's nothing wrong with it, by the way. I'm glad he was selfish. The man got fucking numbers. Diamonde is the best option out there. Buying, not selling Lise for even for 200 million. Of course, they're not. We need to we need to change our philosophy as Liverpool fans. I feel like we don't need we ain't gonna find the Salah and Mane's again. They were two outstanding wide players, inside forwards that were at the top of their game and arguably the best at what they did in their positions. Liverpool were lucky. You know, scouting was excellent. Klopp was excellent. The coaching was excellent. And Salah and Mane were excellent. So it worked beautifully. And at their time, at their peak in 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, I think Salah and Mane were the two best wide players in world football. For me, without a shadow of a doubt, at doing what they do. And you can't replacing that's going to be difficult. It's Lamine Yamal's, the Elise's of the world. You know, Dembele's, the Kvaratskhelia. You know, they're not going nowhere. So what you got to do is look around and find the wide players that will get the best out of your team and the way you want to play going next season. That's why Liverpool are looking at Diamonde. They're not looking at Diamonde to be a 30-goal season scorer like a Mo Salah. They know that's not going to happen. But they feel like Diamonde will create opportunities for other players and be lethal on the counter-attack as well with his pace. You know, that's what they feel, and they think he can be the guy. Look at Rio. Look when Rio plays. Look at the chances Rio creates when he plays off the left-hand side compared to when Cody Gakpo plays off the left-hand side. Rio always creates more opportunities in attacking positions than Cody does because Cody wants to do everything by himself. He wants to get the ball cut in, shoot, or cross to the back post. That's what Cody does. Rio, when he plays, he creates opportunities differently because he takes a man on. He's got so much pace. He's got dribbling. He takes his fullback on. He dribbles into the box. He opens up the game. He can pass. He can cross it. He can cut it back. He can whip it in. He can shoot. He's creating different opportunities for other people, and that's what we need. It's what we desperately need. And, of course, these players can score goals. Like Diamonde can come to Liverpool and get goals. There's no doubt about that. But that's not his main prerogative. You know, his main prerogative is to be a proper winger. You know, to take on his fullbacks, create space, create opportunities. When's the last time we created space and opportunities for anyone? We don't create no space or opportunities. We're very slow. We're very predictable. That's why we was all happy when Rio played, because he gave us unpredictability and he gave us pace. He gave us speed. He got us on the edge of our seats. We need that at Liverpool now. We need to change our philosophy as fans of what we want going forward. We've got strikers now. We're not playing false nine stuff no more. You know, Liverpool haven't bought Alexander Isak to let the winger be the top goal scorer. You know, they don't want Yan Diamonde to be the guy that outscores Alexander Isak, or they wouldn't have bought Alexander Isak. The whole point of Alexander Isak is he's your main goal scorer. And then everyone else chips in with their own goals as well. But he's meant to be your top goal scorer week in, week out. Who's the top goal scorer for Bayern Munich week in, week out? Harry Kane. Yeah, they bought Harry Kane. They got Elise and all that, but they didn't buy Elise to outscore Harry Kane. Harry Kane's still their main goal scorer. Munoz can be that inside forward. Yeah, Munoz can do a job. I think Munoz has been brought in to play off that left and middle position. I'll be shocked if he plays over on the right. He can play over there, but again, it's about fluency. You know, we ain't got no fluid players. Munoz is fluid. He can play in multiple positions. Rio can play off the right. He can play off the left. You know, Diamonde, if we do buy him, he can play off the right and he can play off the left. The only one who can't play off the right is Cody Gakpo, but he can play through the middle. So if we keep Gakpo, Munoz, if we get Diamonde and Rio, there's 4 wingers there, yeah? And they don't have to stick to a position. Makes us less predictable and it makes us more exciting. It makes us more pace on the counter-attack because they're all quick. We know Rio's quick. We know Diamonde's fucking quick. And we, now watching Munoz in some games, yeah, he's quick as well. And Cody's Cody. So you got more pace in your attack straight away. More fluid play. No one's like, oh, he's going to definitely play right wing. He's going, you know, he left guessing a little bit. You know, I think Munoz will do well at Liverpool. I think he could be quite exciting for us. I really do. I think I watch him the stuff I've watched a bit of him now. He takes off. He likes to get into that central area, don't he? You know, he likes to, if he comes off the left, but he really likes getting in that sort of central area in front of goal. And that's very interesting to me next season, what he can do there. You know, I like Ryan. Is it from Bournemouth? You know, maybe Liverpool pivot to him if they can't get Diamonde. Again, a winger that can take on his player. It's very direct. You know, we need that kind of player. Same with quite a few wingers like that. They create opportunities, space for Liverpool. But it's quiet, man. Be out, Josh. All good, man. But big up Cody, though, because obviously Cody in the last few days has gone through something that no person ever wants to go through. So, yes, love to Cody Gakpo and his family, man, from everyone here. No one ever wants to go through what Cody's just been through. So, yeah, much love to Cody, man. It's heartbreaking. So, much love to Cody, man. Give your love to Cody in the chat, man. Yeah, be out, Eric. He does, yeah. Yeah, love to Cody, man. It'd be interesting to see what Liverpool do the rest of this window. We've been linked with hardly no midfielders. Now, me and Scraps spoke about this. Big up Scraps in the chat. We spoke about this a while ago, that I could see a world where Liverpool don't actually buy a midfielder this summer. I can, if we don't sell anyone, I don't see why we buy anyone. If we keep Curtis Jones for a year and we don't sell Curtis, so let's say we don't sell Curtis. So let's go for our midfield, yeah? So Curtis, Grav, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Wirtz, Harvey Elliott, Trainioni, Stefan Bajcetic, Szoboszlai. They're our midfielders. Unless half of them go, I don't see us buying any, man. I don't see us buying any. Like, where they go fit. Where they go fit. Where they go fit. I think Gravenberch should be. I don't know why I think this. I just feel like Gravenberch will be decent next season under Iriola. If you play him in that anchor role, I think he'll be good there. I think Gravenberch has been very good for the Netherlands, and it shows that Gravenberch can also pass. You know, it's just the fact that the way Liverpool play. I think Grav and Szoboszlai are guaranteed to start for Liverpool. I really do. As if Szoboszlai, The only way I think Gravenberch and Szoboszlai don't start for Liverpool next season if one of them gets sold. And I think the only one they would sell is probably Szoboszlai because of the contract stuff. If they don't give Szoboszlai a new contract, they might look to sell him this summer. It may be a surprise move, but I don't think they will. I think Szoboszlai and Gravenberch are nailed on to start. And then they got to try. Look, Iriola will want to try and get the best out of Florian Wirtz. There's no doubt about that, right? We know Iriola's really good with number 10s. You know, you look at Iriola at Bournemouth, and what's the Spanish club he was at? He's gone out my name. But he's very good with getting the best out of number 10s, yeah? I think he'll try and get the best out of Wirtz. I wouldn't be surprised on the opening day of the season against Newcastle United, Liverpool's midfield is Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Wirtz. Wouldn't shock me. In fact, I think that will be our midfield. Big up, you know. I think that's I think that could arguably be Liverpool's midfield next season. Grav gets bullied too easy. He did last season. I think the kind of player Gravenberch is low, I think Iriola will like. I just don't see. I don't think McAllister has the athleticism to play the way Iriola wants to play, and that's why at the moment. That's why for me at the moment, Gravenberch is above McAllister in the pecking order because he's got more athleticism, covers the ground a lot more as well. I think what I keep saying is what goes unnoticed, yeah, because I have arguments about people about this all the time, yeah. I think what goes unnoticed last season is that Gravenberch has to do the defending of two men because McAllister can't run. So because McAllister can't run and turn, he can't defend and can't get back. Gravenberch has to do the defending of two men. It's why I've been wanting Gravenberch and Szoboszlai as my double pivot for ages, if you're going to use them. Because Gravenberch and McAllister as a double pivot don't work. That's how I feel. Like if you're going to use a double pivot next season, the way Iriola likes to play is like his midfielders will be a little bit more athletic, and Gravenberch and Szoboszlai is too, if we don't buy anyone. Jamie never once said the midfield is good. Who said I said the midfield is good, man? I'd buy a midfielder tomorrow, guys. Don't get me wrong, yeah? I don't think Trey ever plays for Liverpool, Alex. I've been saying this for a while now. I think Trey goes on loan next season. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be really wrong on this one, guys. I want to be really wrong. I just go, if we're going to buy another, like Liverpool apparently want a number 6, yeah, or a player like that, right? Where does Trey play? When does Trey ever get playtime? You know, I don't see it. Look, maybe it's just me. I think there's a talent with Trey. But how long can Trey just be in the Liverpool squad? He needs to play football. He's too good for the under-23s, yeah? If you watch the under-23 guys, you know Trey is too good for the under-23s. If I'm Liverpool, I'm sending Trey on loan next season, man. Trey is not better than all the midfielders we got right now because he can't be because he doesn't play football. So I'd send Trey out on loan to the Championship. I wouldn't send him abroad. A lot of people I know say, I'll send him to France or Germany. I say, I wouldn't do that. I'd actually send him to the Championship. I think the Championship, is a better league than some European leagues. I honestly do. I think it's better football, tougher. I think it's a better league, more competitive than a lot of these other European leagues. So I'd send in the Championship. I'd see if there's a Championship team that'd want to loan Trainioni. It's a squad game with 2 to 3 games a week. Trey will get time, as will most in the squad. About Sean, but when did Trey ever get time to be in the squad? You know, Trey never got time in Klopp's last season, and we had a shitload of injuries. He still never got time. I know he's only young then. He never got time in Slot's 2 seasons at Liverpool. And players were shit. I hope I'm wrong. Look, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I'd like Trey to have a good future at Liverpool because I do think he's a decent little player. I just don't know. Look, if we buy a midfielder, say we keep McAllister next season, Gravenberch next season, Szoboszlai next season, Curtis Jones next season, and you got Wirtz there, yeah, and you got maybe Harvey Elliott stays at Liverpool, right? Maybe Harvey stays and he doesn't go because he impresses him pre-season. And then Liverpool go and buy one, so that's 7. I just don't see where Trey gets enough minutes, if that makes sense. Look, Trey could impress in pre-season and put his hand like Trey could impress in pre-season. He could really do impress, yeah. Whose spots he's going to take? Graham Birch is on 280 a week. He ain't taking Grav's spot. He ain't taking Szoboszlai's spot. The only spot I think Trey could take next season is possibly Curtis Jones's if Curtis leaves. But Trey's not a better footballer than Curtis Jones. So you're downgrading a little bit. But that's the only position I can see Trey taking next season is a Curtis Jones position in midfield. But then I would have thought Liverpool would want to go and to replace him with another midfielder. You know, if Curtis Jones was to be sold, I don't think Liverpool look at Trey as the answer. I think Liverpool look into transfer market to replace Curtis Jones. That's how I see it at the moment, guys. And then you loan the only out because I think we all want to see Trey play, don't we? We all do. Because I think we all think there's a player there when we see him play. He looks cultured. He looks good on the ball. I think we all like it. We all want to see him get a game. But at the end of the day, I also don't want to see him blocked out the team, guys. And that's a big thing we do have to think about sometimes with these younger players, yeah? They need to get minutes. They need to play to improve their game. They really need to play. If they don't play, they're not going to improve as a footballer. So we could all want Trey to stay at Liverpool, but if we keep blocking him out of the first team, he's not going to improve as a footballer at any time soon and get better. So for me, it's important for him to probably go on loan next season to get that experience, then come back the year later, summer 2027 or something like that, and he hits the ground rocking. Yeah, summer 2027, he'd be a year older, a year more experience, playing a whole season of first team football, and then we could have that player, and then he gets into that side. I think Trey's going to be 18. I think he's 18. I think he's 18. So he's got time in his hands. You know what I'm saying? He's got time in his hands. Manu Kone. I don't know if Kone's much better or different to Gravenberch, in my opinion. I really don't think he's much different. We inquired about Bruno G, but never went back. Well, with that, he improves us tenfold. I reckon they want 100 million for him scraps. That's why. So apparently Arsenal bid 60 million, didn't they? And he got laughed at. How old's Bruno? 29? How old's Bruno Guimaraes? Might be wrong here, but I think he's old. Is he 28, 29? He looks old anyway. Yeah, he's 28. He'll be 29 this year. So Bruno will be 29 in November. I'm surprised Liverpool are looking at him at that age. He's 28. I'm surprised Liverpool were even looking at him at that age. You know, he's 29. I like him. Don't we? Be like Gaz in the chat. I like him. I do like Bruno. I think Bruno's an excellent player, and he's a physical player as well. It doesn't get bullied. I really do rate Bruno. I think he's a talented player. I'm just shocked that Liverpool apparently are looking at him at that age bracket. You know, 28, 29. Because that's a lot of money to spend on that kind of player for that age. And Liverpool don't usually do that. I mean, the only reason we bought Thiago at a similar age is because he was only 20 odd million quid. It's the only reason we bought Thiago. If Thiago was 3 years into his contract, Liverpool would not touch Thiago with a barge pole. The only reason we got him is because he was very, very cheap. Bruno's going to cost you at least 85 million quid. At least 85 million quid. I like Bruno, though. I think he improves Liverpool and improves Liverpool's midfield. I've got no problem doing it. I'm all for it. I'd buy him. I think we need him. Someone like that. I just don't think our club do it. That's why I'm a bit... When I saw that article about Liverpool asked about Bruno, I was a bit shocked by it. Because the last time we spoke to anyone regarding a midfielder of that age range was Thiago. But as I said, we only got him because Thiago was cheap. But I'm all for about Bruno. Liverpool can get someone like Bruno. And then I'll see, like, here's how weird it is, guys, our midfield links. So we've been linked with Bruno Guimaraes, who's 28, 29. And then we've been linked with Buadi, who's like 18, 19. It's one's here and one's here on the spectrum. It's fucking mad. Makes no sense at all. What are we doing? This midfield scouting we got this summer is fucking confusing me. Because how are we going from a Buadi's 18 or 19 to a Bruno who's 29? Like, where's the correlation? We're not buying two midfielders. Forget that. Apparently, Gaz, we looked at him, Gaz. Apparently we asked about him. That's why I find this midfield market, like the Walton stuff's dead, according to, I think it was Paul Joyce or someone like that, one of the Liverpool journalists. I can't remember what one. Might have been Paul Joyce. Pretty much saying since Slot's gone, Walton's a non-factor now. Like, Walton's a non-factor because Walton's not at the World Cup. If we really wanted, if we really, really wanted Walton, surely we would have gone and got him by now. He's not at the World Cup. There's no real hardship to get Walton. I don't rate Walton like that anyway. I think Walton's extremely overrated. I think Walton is given a lot of cover in that midfield area because the way Palace play. Palace weren't an attacking team like that. They were very defence-minded first going into attack. So he had a lot of cover in that midfield. You know, I just don't think he's that guy. I really don't. Man United buying Ederson is great business at 37 million. Iber, come back to me at the end of the season with that because I don't think Ederson's that good. And I watch Italian football. So I watch people like Ederson for Atalanta. I think he struggles in the Premier League, personally. I don't know where he plays either. If they're going to play him in a midfield pivot with Kobe Mainu, I don't think Ederson, Kobe Mainu and Bruno is a good midfield three at all. And I don't think it gives you a lot of defensive ability in that midfield. Casemiro's got a bit of a miss for Man United. I think Ederson's a good player. Don't get me, I'm not saying shit or anything. I think he's a good player, but no. He weren't for me, for Liverpool anyway. Could be we want experience and one youth of each. That would make sense. It would make sense, Gaz, if we were setting midfielders low. Again, where do they all fit in? And here's the thing, guys. I do not want to hear Endo replacements, right? I love Endo, yeah? Endo's my guy. As I say, there's no football without Wataru Endo, yeah? Love that guy, right? He's a warrior. But let's face it. You don't... You're not replacing a player that never plays. If Endo leaves next season, it's not a miss because he never plays. If Curtis Jones gets sold, it's a miss because he plays a lot of football. So that needs replacing. Endo doesn't need... You can replace Endo with Trainioni. There you go. Trainioni replaces Endo. Job done. It's not an option to replace, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Ederson is brilliant on the defensive side of things. He's third choice United and a good one at that price. I don't know about that, John. He's not really a defensive-minded player. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder. He likes getting on the edge of the box. He likes getting into the box, breaking, crashing the box, getting goals and that. I wouldn't say he's defensively minded. The way Atalanta played under Gasperini was, everyone one-on-one marking all over the pitch, weren't it? I don't know if he's going to do that, mate. At Man United, I wouldn't have thought so anyway. So, could be a little bit different. Atalanta, I believe, played three at the back, so it could be a little bit different. I think Ederson's a decent player though, but not for Liverpool. Jane, what's your views on Somerville? I think he's such a utility player who attacks and defends. Could use him. Yeah, I think Somerville's decent, man. Again, I wouldn't be outraged by Somerville. I know a lot of other people would be. But I'm all right with Somerville. I don't mind Somerville, man. I don't mind him. All our midfielders deserve to be sold. Who needs hundreds? All our midfielders deserve to be sold. We'll need hundreds more of. I think I will say one thing. I think our midfielders are better than what we saw last season. I'm not saying they're great. I'm not saying our midfield's great or anything like that. I'm just saying that I think our midfield players are better than what they showed last season. Yeah, fair, John. Yeah, John James, man. I just think, what our players showed last season was terrible, yeah. I think Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, McAllister. And I'm not even a big McAllister fan, but, I think they're all better than what they showed last season. All of them are. And they can show that this season. Now, I'm not into this bullshit that I think all players can press and run. Some are just better at it than others. Some are not great at it, but I think everyone's got the ability in them to run and press a player. Liverpool didn't do that last season. And I said it time and time again. I had arguments with people about this constantly last season. Slot doesn't like pressing. He's not a manager who likes to press. And it's not about the players we got or who we got or anything like that. He just doesn't like pressing. So I guarantee you, Iriola gets these players. I guarantee you, from the first game of the season, you see our midfielders pressing and running. And everyone go, why didn't they do that last season? How comes Gravenberch and McAllister and Szoboszlai didn't run and press like this last season? It's like, because they always had it in them. The manager never, like, people believe, like, yes, there's players that have got it in them just to press. They're like demons, yeah? Like Luis Diaz was a pressing demon, right? So he just did it. He wasn't the manager telling him to press. He pressed, yeah? Darwin Núñez loved the press, so he just did it. The manager didn't tell him to do it. He just did it. That's what he liked to do. Some players don't like pressing, so they won't do it, right? Unless you tell them to do it. Unless you coach them to run. Unless you coach them to press. All this bullshit I keep hearing about, these players can't run and press, it's bollocks. In this day and age, it's what most academies teach. You know what I mean? That's what I meant, Jay. These players won't get to be lazy twats under Uriola. Exactly. Yeah, any laziness next season, they're sold, guys. I 100% agree. You know what I'm saying? Jamie, what's your thoughts on content creators just being so negative all the time in regards to the team they support? I don't know. Look, I'm negative a lot of the time, but I also try and be positive as well. I don't see any. I think I don't know. Some people might find their viewership and content is more profitable being like that. So they stick to a formula that works. And if it works for them, it works for them. And they make money from it. I can't argue with it. You know, at the end of the day, it's about, you know, if it's your job, you need to make money, don't you? So if they see that profitability, look, why does a lot of people subscribe to AFTV? Is one of the highest subscribed football content creators in the world, right? Over 1.5 million subscribers, whatever it is, or 1 point something million subscribers. AFTV have got, right? The biggest club. Look, no Liverpool YouTuber has got 1 million subscribers, right? No Liverpool YouTuber's got 1 million subscribers that I know of, right? AFTV have got over 1 point something million, right? A lot of them, I would say 40% of them subscribers are non-Arsenal fans, like myself. The reason I subscribed to AFTV years ago is to watch all the negativity on AFTV because it was hilarious. I remember when I do a watch along or there's an Arsenal game and they've lost, everyone in my chat goes, I know what I'm doing tonight and go watch AFTV and laugh because I know all the negativity and crying's about to happen. It's hysterical because it pays. That's where AFTV have got most of their subscribers from, in my opinion, not just Arsenal fans, from non-Arsenal fans who like the negativity and the pantomime that they put on. You know, so it sells shit. Robbie's a clever man. You know, why would you change a formula that fucking works? Look, for me, I'm just who I am. You know, I can only speak for myself here, like I am who I can be negative a lot of the time, but I also like to try and find positives. You know, sometimes I'm over positive. It weren't long ago, people used to call me the over positive Liverpool fan. Jamie's always positive about something. Jamie's always positive. I think you just need to be real. And I said this all the time. You can be over negative, you can be over positive. Yeah, and it works both ways. Some people only like people. Some people, it depends on what people like to watch. Some people like a lot of negativity and fighting and drama. So they will watch that. Some people don't like that. And they like a lot of positivity in their life and stuff like that. And they'll watch over positivity channels. You know, content creators are over positive all the time and a bit sickening, right? They will watch that because that's what they like as content. Me personally, I prefer people that keep things real and as real as you can be. I like seeing this real human being in front of the camera speaking on the mic that he's going to talk to me like he would talk to me if we was in a pub or something like that, or that's just how he is in his normal day life. And that's how I've always tried to do it. That's how I've always gone and done it. I've always done that. That's why I get angry sometimes. You see me sometimes on other Liverpool channels, yeah? I get a bit angry. I sometimes get a bit disrespectful. I sometimes get a bit emotional and a bit over the top sometimes, yeah? Because I'm just using my real... Because it's the bullshit. I'm going to be truthful with you right now, yeah? I'll be totally truthful with everyone here, right? And I'm going to maybe hurt. I don't care about it anymore. I've told everyone. I don't care about all this shit anymore, right? when I'm on other people's channels, sometimes I get so fucked off about the bullshit I'm hearing. Sometimes you hear so much bollocks being spoken, and I get like, I sit there and I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? And I erupt, and then like I get angry and emotional, and people in the chats will go, "Oh, Jamie getting emotional, angry again," because I just sat here for half hour listening to the most bullshit I've ever heard in my life. So yeah, I just, yeah, it's just, breaking news: Gusto agrees to join City. Look at me. Yeah, look. When I hear this on channels, yeah, I'm like, do we watch the same game? Like, I sit there and go, do I watch the same game? Am I sitting there? Are we pretending? I don't. What's going on? Do you know other things that piss me off? Yeah. Last season, no one wants so and so as a defender, right? Apparently, we can't replace Kanate. Apparently, Kanate's unreplaceable. He's dog shit. I think, right. I bring up Michael van der Ven, yeah? No one wants Michael van der Ven because he makes a load of mistakes, but we love Kanate at the same time. I get like this with it, guys. I'm like, this don't make sense. It don't make sense. I'm going to say something right now. Michael van der Ven was a better centre-back than Kanate last season. He was. He just was. Mickey van der Ven, whatever he's fucking. His name is probably Michael, you mean? I'm going to tell you, his name is probably Michael. But yeah, Mickey van der Ven, yeah. I'm telling you, he was better than Kanate last season. He was. Best other eruptions when you're angry, JB. Colin. I just get fed up of stuff sometimes, guys. So you see the real me, that's why I've always said the best content creators for me are the ones that are, you can tell are being believable and true to themselves and not doing things to show, right? Like, just you see me on the show, and I've got angry, and you're like, why is Jamie so angry? It's because I've just had to sit through bullshit for half an hour. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not great on shows, guys. That's why I should just keep to myself sometimes. Apart from like the Coppish Boys and stuff like that. When I'm on shows with the Coppish Boys and stuff like that, obviously it's absolutely fine, But other shows, man, I can go on and I'm like, oh my God, what am I listening to? Why do you hate certain player? Like, yeah, Dan Potts I love Dan Potts. There's some people I listen to and they tell me why they hate a player, and then the player they love is fucking worse than the player they hate. It's just like let's go in the McAllister thing, yeah? McAllister, total shit midfielder, right, last season, yeah? Total shit midfielder. You could bring out a load of midfielders that could do a better job than McAllister next season. And people will tell you McAllister's a world-class passer, and I'm like, I've never seen him make a world-class pass. Like, ever. Like, when, like, Virgil van Dijk makes better passes than McAllister. I get wound up very easily, guys. That's all I'm going to say. I find it hard to bite my tongue. I find it very, very hard to bite my tongue. Yeah, I really do, and that's my issue. So when I go on other channels, I do explode, and do what I do. I just find it hard to bite my tongue, guys. I'm not going to sit, you know what I'm saying? It's just Ross. Only went on Anfield Irishman for the last 4 months of last season. So sick of our YouTube fan base at the slot. Yeah, Gaz, man. Much love, man. Liverpool players were chilling last season, won the league season before. I hear it. Jamie turns into Bruce Banner on panel shows. Do you know, look, I'll never change because it is who I am, guys. You know, it's why I've got a small. Look, I personally, I'm not going to I will big myself up here a little bit, yeah? Why not? I'm going to big myself up a little bit. In my opinion, I should be on at least 20,000 subscribers, right? I'm still not on 10,000 subscribers. I should be over that comfortably by now. But it's because I'm so Marmite. That's why. I don't fit in you can't put me in you know, if I'm just over negative all the time, people go tune into that and love that negativity and subscribe. If I'm over positive, they go, I love that. I don't, you can't label what I am. And that's my problem. No, you can't label what I am as a content creator. You know, one week I'm all happy and all that, and the next week I'm all down and all that, and then you can't label me like that. And I think that's why I've not, you know, gone up where I should be right now as a content creator. You know, you look at the views on my shows. I get big views on my shows for a channel my size. Yeah, I've seen channels that are far bigger than me get views similar to what I get. And I sit there and go, why am I not on much more? I should be. I'm that big myself. I'm allowed to big myself up, man. Why not? Why can't I big myself up occasionally? I never do. I personally believe I should be on 20,000 subs. And I think, as I keep saying, the reason I'm not is because I'm too Marmite. You either like me or you don't. And because some of you guys love me, which is cool, and you guys are always here, which I absolutely love. And then some people will come in the show and go, no, this ain't for me. You know, they give me a view and all that and a comment in the chat, but they won't subscribe because they're like, you know, I'm not too sure about this guy. I hear it, I understand it, but I'm not going to change. You know, I'm not going to change just to reach a goal. You know, I'm not going to decide to go down that route now to go, right, I want to get to 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers by changing what I am. I'm just going to be who I am. If people like me, they like me. If they enjoy it, and they'll subscribe. You know, eventually my channel will kick off. You know, one day, hopefully this season coming, like it'll be a video that people just get attached to and they go bang and go and subscribe to it. So it'll happen. It'll happen. Big up to chat though. Much love to all of you, man. Go on, much so, yeah, 10K by December. That'd be cool, man. But yeah, I never really beat myself up like that. But it is what I feel like doing right now. I saw something from Scraps in the chat. There you go. Jamie, are your Liverpool watch-alongs going to be on YouTube next season? Yeah, everything's on YouTube now. Everything, Scraps. Everything. I'm not going to go into too much detail why I've left Big Up at this moment in time. But everything's going to be on YouTube. Next season as well, I'm going to be doing Italian watch-alongs again as well. Look, I've got a fascination. If people don't know me, I have a fascination about Italian football that I really like, yeah. And every Sunday evening, there is an Italian game on next season. So I feel like next season, when the season starts and that, I feel like we can do a Sunday night, Sunday evening, Sunday Italian football streams, just chilling out, Italian watch-alongs, Sunday evenings, Saturday evenings, you know, chilling, nothing over the top, watching some new players, watching some Italian teams, you know, watching a different league, and then do my Liverpool watch-alongs every weekend as well. So that's what I've got coming up. That's what's going to happen next season on this channel. So from when the season starts, all Liverpool watch-alongs, as long as I'm not like out or anything like that, or busy or anything comes up, all Liverpool watch-alongs will be on YouTube. All match reactions, game previews, transfer news, all news shows, all stay the same. I'm going to put Italian games on top. So I do like watching Italian football. I used to get used to the side now. Football is a sport, it's so boring to watch. It's getting there. That's why I've got to try and make it entertaining. I love Italian football too, Joe, ever since the 80s. It's my second favourite league. Same here, guys. Premier League and Italian League. Yeah, Serie Premier League. They're my two leagues, man. I think La Liga's well overhyped. But yeah. It's in Gaelic. It's always good. Yeah, it's on the TNT Sports, ain't it? So I'll be watching it. Be watching it next season. I love it, man. P.R. Russell. But yeah, that's why I wanted to chat about it. Look, another other thing. I've seen this Curtis Jones and Arsenal link. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I like Curtis. I keep saying, look, I'm a big fan of Curtis. I know a lot of people ain't. And again, I respect people's opinions, but I like Curtis, guys. I think he's a good footballer. I think Curtis, if he left Liverpool and went somewhere else, I think he plays really well. And we look on it and going, damn, we shouldn't have sold him. Again, I'm always about players that work for us, not what their name is as a player. And that's why I get excited about certain transfers where maybe other people don't and go, yeah, I'm not too sure on that guy. I'm not too sure on that person. And I watch it and go, you know what? If it works for us, I don't care. I really don't care what the player's name is, what PR they got. If it works for Liverpool, it works for Liverpool. Obviously, they still have to be a decent player. I think in today's game, you know, the elite level players are a lot less than they used to be. And there's a lot of decent, good players out there that can make your squads better. So, because they're all at such a level, ain't they? They're all quite similar levels. I don't think, you know, I don't think anyone's levels apart. You know, I look at it, I go, Saka, Minter, Diamonde, right? Let's take them three right wingers alone there. Saka, Minter, and Diamonde. Do I think there's wells apart between all three of them? No, not at all. I don't think there is. I don't think there's this massive gap of quality between them three players who all play in the same position. So for me, when we're talking about players getting in and stuff like that, and people get turn their nose down at other players, I feel like, are they actually that much different to another player that you don't like? Is there a gap? Is there a level gap in between them players? Probably not, because I think PR does amazing things. So no, I'm looking forward to the transfer window. I'm looking forward to see what Liverpool eventually do. I think we're probably going to have to wait for the World Cup to see what Liverpool can do and see who Liverpool can buy. Again, guys, I'm not talking about like meaty footballers, like shit footballers coming to Liverpool. I'm still looking at decent footballers, the good players, you know, coming into the team and doing jobs. You know, I look at Arsenal's team. Again, I'll talk about Arsenal a lot because they're the defending champions, yeah. But I look at Arsenal's first 11. We didn't say Arsenal's first 11 is littered with quality. You know, did they only score 71 goals last season in the Premier League? So they're not littered with fucking quality, but they won the Premier League and got to a Champions League final. You know, they've got a lot of very good players, a lot of good players. And that built their squad. And that's what I'm looking at Liverpool to do. You know, Saka, Trossard, Gyökeres. You know, it's not the greatest attack in the world, is it? It just isn't. But it works for them. That's what I'm saying. It works for Arsenal. They won the league with that. You know, there's not a lot of players at Arsenal I would take. Right? But it works for Arsenal. They won a league. They got to a Champions League final. They almost got the biggest double you can get in football, Premier League and Champions League in one season. And it worked for them. That's what I'm on about with Liverpool. Get good players in that works for us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think Diamonde's a good player. I think he would work for us. I think Minter is not the... Is Minter that levels behind Diamonde's and Saka's? Probably not. At times last season, Madueke looked better than Saka. You get him in the right system. You get them all in the right system, playing the right way, then players will look good, in my opinion. But you've got to get them playing the right football in the right way, and then you'll see the best of them. Because it's very easy to make shit footballers look bad. But it's sometimes a lot easier to make good, average footballers look really good. And last season, we made very good footballers look really average. And when that happens, people start to wonder if these players are any good. Like, I sit here and wonder now, is Wirtz actually all that? You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be thinking that, but I am right now. Now, Iraola could come in this summer and make it, Wirtz a monster. But Wirtz might not work for Liverpool. Someone else might. But I look forward to it, man. Fran Garcia, I've not heard no news about Fran Garcia. Barcola, look, I think Liverpool get Barcola if they sell Cody Gakpo. If Liverpool don't sell Cody Gakpo, then Barcola's not coming. Exactly, Gaz. This is what I'm saying. If Minter takes on his fullback every game and he sets up Isak for most of the season, then he's done his job, ain't he? You know what I'm saying? He's done his job. But he's not the most exciting of signings. Curtis at Sunday. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, look, we could be watching Curtis at Inter Milan, man. It's like AC Milan have just bought... who's AC Milan? Who's that striker from PSG? This is my only concern about Diamonde might be going to PSG because they've just let Ramos go, is it? The striker from PSG. So they might be looking for another attacker come in. But then there's a lot of talk of Julian Alvarez might be going to PSG. If Julian Alvarez goes to PSG, then I think we get Diamonde. But he's just gone to AC Milan for 75 million euros. The guy barely played. 75 million euros. He's barely played any football. I'm getting 70 million for Cody Gakpo. If AC Milan can, if PSG can get 75 million, they broke the record in Italian football for him. He's good, yeah, he's good, but 75 million euros. 2-time Champions League in attack. It's just interesting. Let's see how things go this summer, guys. Ben Jacobs is saying Curtis is a target for Forest. However, it's unclear whether they would go that higher, and a new contract hasn't been ruled out for Jones. I think Jones stays. I've said it many times, guys. Selling Curtis Jones for 20-odd million makes Liverpool look weak. It makes Liverpool as a selling team look really weak. If they let go of a 25-year-old central midfielder with loads of Premier League experience or 20-odd million quid, even with a year left in his deal. Didn't Van Heckel just go from Brighton to Tottenham with 1 year left in his deal for like 55 million? Like, what are we doing here, man? Selling Curtis Jones makes Liverpool look weak. It's stupid. It's stupid. Unless they get 40-odd million for him, that's the only way I'd let him go. 20-odd million for Curtis Jones just makes Liverpool look pathetic as a selling club. I'd rather lose Curtis for free the year after. I'd rather have Curtis for a whole season at Liverpool and lose him for a free than sell him for 20-odd million fucking quid. It makes 0 sense. No sense at all. We don't need to sell Curtis for 20 million to buy another player either. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Xhaka's just gone to Chelsea for 30 million quid. And he's like 50. Do you know what I mean? Like, it makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever, guys. I'm just keeping my boy Jones, man. Keep him for a year. Keep him for a year, man. Then go for a free. Hopefully, he can sort out a contract. And then he stays. Because we need good squad players. Like, we always keep moaning about squad this, squad that. Then people want to sell our squad. Don't make fucking sense. Like, we need to improve the first team, not the squad. Keep the squad, improve the first team. That's what Liverpool should be doing. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott should stay next season. Because they'd be better than what we fucking had on the bench last season. You're telling me Harvey Elliott? You say Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones. This is why I said Harvey. It cracked me up for some reason. That Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones on the bench are fucking good options off the bench. Are we forgetting how good of an option Harvey Elliott was in Klopp's last season at Liverpool? Slot just never played him. Doesn't mean Harvey Elliott's a bad player. In Klopp's last year at Liverpool, Harvey Elliott came off the bench every match and did something and helped the team. It's a good option. Doesn't have to be a world-class option, guys. Guess what? You're not going to have world-class options on the bench. No team really does. You have good squad players that can make a difference. You need a player like a Curtis Jones or a Harvey Elliott that can do them 10 games in a season. I think Roy Keane says this all the time when you look at a squad. Who's that player in your bench that can do them 10 games when you need them? Them 10 games in a season when you're all feeling a bit down, you're all feeling a bit tired, but you've got some fresh legs on the bench, a player that can come in for them 10 games and just lift you up a little bit and keep things moving. That's what you need in squads. Selling Curtis and Harvey next season makes fucking no sense because I'm only going to replace them with who? With who? Keep Harvey, keep Curtis, and buy first team midfielders. So then I've got a fucking squad. Yeah, Harvey came on against fucking PSG in that game and got us the winning goal and played well. Harvey's a decent footballer, man. He can cover a few areas of the ball. He was the player of the tournament, the under-21 Euros, and we just dissed him off like he was garbage. The way we treated Harvey Elliott last season was a fucking disgrace. Keep these players. What are we fucking doing? We won't have a squad, guys. We won't have a squad. We need a bench. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be very happy seeing a Curtis and a Harvey on our bench. And maybe opening game of the season, you got, say, I don't know. You got Rio on the bench, Harvey on the bench, Curtis on the bench, Munoz on the bench. Joe Gomez on the bench, maybe. Just makes your bench look better. I've got options. I can pick out. I've got, maybe Gravenberch is on the bench because we buy a new midfielder and Grav's on the bench. You got options. Got options there, man. Maybe Gakpo's on the bench. You need options, and we want to sell options. It fucking makes no sense to me. It makes 0 sense. Yeah, Munoz could be starting. It makes 0 sense to me why we all want to sell our options. How many players do we need to buy? Like, if we let these players go, we're going to have to buy 10 players in the market. You know what I mean? It makes zero sense to me. Makes zero sense. Keep them as cover, man. They can do a job. It's a long season. They go get game time. Go and buy first team players. I think we will buy players. I just think it's World Cup. It's going to take a little bit of time. I think once Diamond, look, we've got Munoz in. That was a surprise. No one saw it coming. If we get Diamande in, we've got two wingers straight away in this market, right? And you could argue Liverpool have done really well there. Getting two wingers in, two fresh wingers into the game, into our team already. And then you can look into the midfield market and centre-back market because we need a centre-back. I know a lot of people were scared about playing having Leone and Xhaka as the centre-backs and Virgil the only one with experience. I'm a bit concerned about it as well. I'm not saying it's the right thing. We don't know how good I don't know how good Xhaka is. I've never watched him play. He could start at this moment in time. He's probably going to be Virgil's partner next season. Yeah, he could be fucking immense. We could be sitting there going, right, we're all good guys. Don't worry about that. He could be fucking amazing, right? I don't know, but I would like a bit more experience at centre back, and I think we need a centre back in with a bit more experience. We got obviously Virgil is 34. We got Xhaka is 19. We've got Leone is 18. We've got Gomez who's injured all the time. We need a bit more experience there in that centre back market, in that centre back area. So it wouldn't surprise me if we went in the market and got a centre back. Exactly, Scraps. This is what I'm saying. We won't know, will we, till we all watch him play. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. I don't know how good he is. I know how good Leone is because I watched him when he was at Parma. I literally watched Leone play in Italy. You know, I always rated him. I said he's going to be when I found out we were signing him, I was fucking well happy about it because I knew this guy's going to be something special. The ACL, obviously, last season fucked it all up. But I'm telling you right now, if he never got his ACL, he would have played a lot of games last season. Especially how shit Canate was. He would have played a lot of games last season. So, Leone is one player I think will be good. But Xhaka, I just don't know nothing about him. He could be dog shit. He could be fucking excellent. Right backs, yeah. I mean, we might get a centre back that can play right back, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? You know, like Timber. Timber can play right back, centre back. Maybe something like that. Liverpool look at. I'll be surprised if they buy two defenders. Maybe they go buy that centre back that can cover full back as well. Xhaka for 65 million is madness. It's the market we're in, Russell, man. It might look good at the end of the season. It might look bad. We just don't know yet, do we? We just don't know. Unfortunately, it's the market we're in right now. Everyone's overpriced. Yeah, I'm keeping Gomez. There's no point letting Gomez go. What's the point? What is the point of letting Gomez go? He's got 1 year left in his deal. Just keep him. I just don't see the point of letting him go. Guys, what are you going to get for Joe Gomez? Like, honestly, there's no financial reason to sell Joe Gomez. Just none. Liverpool don't need to sell Joe Gomez. I've just noticed someone spilled something on my green screen. What the absolute fuck? Kids have been in my room, spilling something on my green screen. There's no financial reason to sell Joe Gomez, guys. We'll go get 5 million quid from him. No point. I'd keep Joe Gomez around, man. I'd keep Joe Gomez around. You know, he doesn't have to play much, but I'd keep him around. He's a good option off the bench. He's a good option for keeping the other players fit if you want to play cup games, like League Cup games, FA Cup games. You know, Gomez can play in them sort of games, early Champions League games or things like that if you need them. Yeah. Man from Catford's got to stay. That he has. There's no financial reason to sell Joe Gomez. Yeah, he was excellent at left back. Scraps, the thing with Gomez, he's good all over that back four when he's fit. And that's the thing that I think irritates all of us, ain't it? Like Gomez, when he's at his best, he's actually a really good defender. But then he'll just break down. And that's the problem with Joey. So, yeah, for that reason, I'd keep Joey for another year. Obviously, Virgil, Leone and Jacquet, there's 4 centre-backs there. Joey can't be trusted to keep his fitness, so you need another centre-back. So, yeah, I'd be in the market for a centre-back in the summer. I'd get him in, definitely. I'd get a centre-back in. I would get a number 6 midfielder in. I'd get another 2 attackers in personally. That'd be my business. I think Liverpool need to get 3 attackers this summer because we got at this moment in time, Ekitike probably won't play next season. I'd be surprised if Ekitike plays any football next season. So you got to look down that market of maybe getting another 3 forwards in, because apparently Iriola likes. Rumour is that Iriola wants to rotate his wingers quite a lot. So if he wants to do that, I think we probably need 5. So we're going to need 2 left wingers, 2 right wingers, or 2 left and right that get interchange that are comfortable on both sides. So 4 wingers plus Gakpo and plus another one for me. I'd get 3 forwards in, a centre back that can play right back, and a midfielder. That'd be my market. That'd be my market. That'd be my market this summer. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting what they do. I think we spend a lot of money. I reckon we'll spend around 300 mil this summer, personally. Especially if we get Diamonde. I mean, Diamonde and Munoz combined would be about 150 alone. So, because he's spending about 300 mil this summer. But it's going to be interesting, guys. So what I would do as a content for you guys, as I said, I'm not going to be live every day because there's just no content to talk about every day. You know, most of the rumours we see online is fucking bollocks. And then we're just repeating. I'm just repeating myself. Like, tomorrow's video will be exactly the same as this video. What's the fucking point? You know, it just bores you guys. So, yeah, I will bring you content during the week. It just won't be every day. Unless there's, like, breaking news out of nowhere, like the Munoz deal at fucking midnight, when we get breaking news out of nowhere. If we get that kind of news, then obviously I'll go live. But, yeah, there's no point going live. There's nothing fucking to talk about. Now it's coming into the World Cup knockout stages. I might do some watch along to the World Cup just to get some content out there. Although the group stages of the World Cup are so fucking boring because there's nothing at stake. Because the third team can qualify. You know, you don't have to finish first or second in your group anymore. You can finish third and you still qualify. There's nothing at stake. Knockout games, there's more at stake. So we've got the round of 32 starting next week. So I'll probably do some watch alongs to the round of 32. I'll probably do the matches that look the most interesting and the most hopefully excitable games. So I might be doing some of them to watch out for that. Obviously, we'll have the Vibes with Coppers show on Thursday. That'll be every week on YouTube, go forever now. So that'll be on Thursday as well. So there will be content. Is it Brazil-Japan tomorrow? Is that the first game of the 32, Connor? See, I need to know. Let me have a look right now. I'm going to have a look right now when all these things are. Let me have a look here. Let me have a look. So Wimbledon starts tomorrow. That's exciting. What time will the games be, guys? Netherlands and Morocco's at 2 a.m. Is that tonight? Or is that Monday into Tuesday? So Brazil-Japan is tomorrow. I'll do Brazil-Japan, yeah? That's going to be a good game. Let's put that down right now, guys. Brazil-Japan, because it's like a 6 o'clock game, yeah? I think it's a 6 o'clock kickoff. tomorrow evening, yeah? 6 p.m. Brazil, Japan. Let's put that one down. Right. Let me write this in my notes or I'm going to forget. Guys in the chat, put what time the games are on and the watch alongs you'd like me to do, and I'll write it in my notes quick. All right. So Brazil, Japan. That'd be a decent game. Might actually be a good game, guys. Might get some good games. All right, Brazil, Japan. What else, guys? Tuesday at 6 o'clock is Ivory Coast and Norway. Okay, so we can be on Thingy Watch. All right, Em. Tuesday, Ivory Coast, Norway. Norway. What time's that, Scrap? 6 p.m., yeah? That's at Monday at 6, yeah? Or is it Tuesday at 6? Tuesday at 6. Tuesday at 6. What channel is it on? Sure it's 6 o'clock, Scraps? Because I don't see it on the TV guide at the moment. Or is that an evening game? Where's all the games at? Netherlands game on Netherlands Morocco 2 a.m. on Tuesday. Yeah, I can't do them. I can't do the 2 a.m. games, guys, because people will be in bed. I've got all the kids in bed. I can't do them late games. So Ivory Coast Tuesday and France Sweden at 10 p.m. Tuesday. Right now, the World Cup might be hotting up a little bit now. Yeah, now we're in the knockout stages. France versus Sweden at 10 p.m. Oh, breaking news. Ben Stokes retires from international cricket. I love Ben Stokes. What a player, man. Friday, 11 p.m. is Argentina, Cape Verde. Friday, 11 p.m. Argentina versus Cape Verde. Argentina versus Cape Verde. Yeah, 2 a.m. games, guys, I can't do because obviously I've got the kids will be asleep and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I can't do any 2 a.m. games. 11 p.m. would be all right. Germany, Paraguay at 9:30 tomorrow. Is it? What channel? Why haven't they got it up on the TV? I can't find it. Fucking Vera. Got Mrs. Brown in the movie for some reason. Yeah, Germany, Paraguay, 9 p.m. tomorrow. What channel? Because all BBC One is showing is Wimbledon, and then the BBC News and the Mrs. Brown movie. ITV has got the Brazil-Japan game. BBC One. Yeah. Maybe they'll show it instead of Wimbledon. BBC. No, it's not on BBC Two either. We'll find it. Don't worry. We'll find it. So what was it? Germany, Paraguay. Monday. Germany versus Paraguay. 9 p.m. Monday. Right. Let's see what I can do, guys, yeah? I'm going to do some watch-alongs, have a bit of fun. Spain, Austria, Thursday at 8 as well. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it, guys. I'll look into it. Let's see if we can do a watch-along tomorrow, yeah? Jamie, are we buying a DM? Hopefully, Ravi. Right, guys, I'm out of here, in. Big up chat. Much love to you all. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for a watch along. We'll do definitely the Brazil-Japan game. We'll do Brazil-Japan tomorrow, guys, yeah? Let's chill. Let's have a chilled Monday evening. Brazil versus Japan. That should actually be a decent bit of football. So hopefully I can start getting some enjoyment out of this World Cup, because at the moment I've not enjoyed it at all. So now it's knockouts and there's more at stake. Hopefully we'll get a bit more enjoyment out of it. So I'll see you all tomorrow for the Brazil and Argentina game then. Big up chat. Much love. See you soon. Bye-bye.